We're here at my neighbor's place where I have my cows. They decided to push the panel open right there and get in the ponds. A couple of them. You see right there. That's where they push that panel open. Trouble is now they can't figure out how to get back out of the pond, and their calves are still out here somewhere. So I got to convince them to get out of the pond. I got two choices. I can either go swimming and try to chase them through this panel in the water, which is I think what I'm going to try first, because I'm hot and honestly a swim sounds pretty good. The other option would be up here to just push the fence down, run them through that, to put the fence back up, and then go swimming and put the panel back up. So, all right, I'm gonna get naked, get in the water. Well, I can't take you past this point because I gotta get in the water. So I'll let you know when I get them out. All right, that was actually pretty easy. So did have to go swimming, but man, it did feel good. The pond's pretty warm. I had to get kind of down the deep part there for a minute. Cool at the bottom still. This girl right here, she's one of the ones that was in there. You can see, calf's been missing. That's why I had to get him out of there. 35 runoff, she's nursing her calf too. So it's not that I really care if they get in the pond, but if they can't figure out how to get back out, then well, their calves will be hungry. That's no good. So wow, I'm a muddy mess. I got to get back in the water though with some wire and fix that hole. So I'll do that. Find my way back to the wire though. Parked it over there. Anyway, got them out. I got my neighbor's tractor with their swather. It's a type of hay mower on there. I'm here at my little pasture, and this has just really gotten away from me. You see, it's mostly flowers, but there's a lot of grass still yet in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this with the mower, and we'll go ahead and bale it up. It won't be very good hay, but it'll be better than nothing. So what I'm doing is just driving around the perimeter, because I know there used to be a fence right here, and there's a bunch of trash like this. That would make a lot of noise going through the swather. I'm just making sure that my path is clear. The other thing I'm doing is, since I'm driving on the four-wheeler, it's going to leave tracks that are laid down, and so I'll be able to follow those tracks while I'm in the tractor, and that way I can kind of tell where my perimeter is, and anywhere I went around, I'll just go around with the swather as well. So I'm going to go mark this out all the way around, and we'll start cutting. All right, this is a swather. Hang on. Downshift here. Can't think that fast. So it's a hay mower. You see the way it trails behind you and off to the right side. So I'm coming up on a turn here. I'm going to try and show you what's so cool about these machines. I'm not very good at running these. I've only learned how to do it for a couple days now. I didn't really know what was so special about them though until now. So as I get up here to this corner, I can basically make a 90-degree corner. All right. If I just turn the wheel, see how the machine kind of turns on itself like that? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. And when you take off, it's just kind of in line again. So you can literally make 90-degree corners. I have no idea if that came out at all. It's really hard to film backwards and pay attention, but pretty cool machine though. I really like it. It's neat the way it works. This one's relatively small, but it's a beast of a machine. So, alrighty. I'm gonna keep going, and I'll kind of show you guys a little bit more here in just a minute. The other thing it does that's cool, I don't know how easy it is to tell, but there's a space there where there's no real, I guess there's a little bit, there's not very much grass laid down here and over here. It's all piled up in windrows. So, and that's just because of the way the swather works. It makes windrows for you as you cut it, so which is nice. That's close. The drone out here watching me swath. I left a big skip right here because I was watching it, and I looked over and it was dying. It auto landed itself, but it didn't make it out of the tall grass in time, so it stuck over there in the tall grass. Found it though. Close call. Alrighty, got it all cut. So we'll wait a couple days, and I'll get out here and rake it. And so what's cool about the swather, the way it makes windrows, I was kind of trying to talk about it. and the tractor, but that's busy. But it makes its own windrows, so you can kind of see windrow here, one there, and one there. So if you had a big, like a speed rake, a big wheel rake, then you can just line up on one of these windrows and collect 3 into one. I don't have access to a big rake like that, so it doesn't make that much difference for me. But we'll let all this dry once it's good and dry, and it won't take long because it's good and hot. So as soon as it's dry though, then we'll rake it all into windrows, and then I'll come back with a baler. We'll roll all this up. So pretty cool. So you guys saw a little bit of that. This isn't going to make just great hay. It's got a lot of weeds in it, and it's going to be not real great. But I've got some really good hay coming that I'm buying here within the next few days. I'll be hauling that. So that's what I'm going to be feeding, is that really good hay. And then this, once I get this rolled up, this will make great bedding. If it's really cold, I can roll this out for them, just for them to lay down in if everything's frozen or whatever. And they'll still eat some of it. I mean, there's a surprising amount of Bermuda. So you can kind of tell, I think, the difference. This is mostly weeds right here. And if we get into some other spots over here where it's more green, that's a lot of Bermuda grass, and it's pretty thick in there actually. So pretty cool. So I'm not the best at running a swather. I've only been doing it for 2 days now. So I left a few skips out there, but not a huge deal. So I was also took a little bit longer, and I left a few extra skips because I was messing with the drone. So hopefully that came out. It's really hard to fly the drone and run a tractor at the same time. So I don't know if any of that footage is going to be any good, but regardless, I'm going to show it to you here in just a minute. First, let me kind of show you this machine though and how it works. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool little deal. So this is a John Deere 925 MOCO. I think that stands for mowing and conditioning. And so it's got these rollers right here on the back. And so everything that it cuts actually comes through the middle of these rollers, and it squishes it, presses it all. And so Bermuda grass and stuff like that, it's not near as big a deal. But if you're cutting like Sudan grass, or there was some Johnson grass out there that I cut, hay grazer, thicker grasses like that have stalks, as it comes through here, it'll crack that stalk all the way along it, and it'll let it dry faster. That way you can wrap it up faster. And then under the hood here, it's basically just a sickle bar mower. So nothing super fancy about the mower itself. Like I said, this isn't just a huge one. They make way bigger ones, but works really good though. And then with the conditioner on it, it's a pretty slick little machine. So pretty cool. And then I've got it kind of in the stowed, folded up position right now. But when you're actually cutting hay, you drive over the windrow that you just made, and this is actually swung out here, and so it drives to the right of the tractor, which I kind of showed you guys. So alrighty. Well, alrighty. That's it for this one. So drone footage to close it out. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. ran over my favorite beer koozie. Dang it.